What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to make an alligator gar lure as a joke, basically. It's going to be huge. It's basically a ginormous version of this little thing. It's a rope lure. You can find it on YouTube. Pretty much everywhere. You just type in rope lure for gar or whatever. This one's going to be for alligator gar. They're huge, and I hope that this will work as an alligator gar lure. Now, I've already went ahead to make this video a little shorter. What you do is you get rope. Doesn't really matter what kind, long so as it's weaved like that. You can buy it at hardware store, Lowe's. Jig head, cut the hook off, and then put it in, and then you take a lighter, heat shrink it or whatever around where the hook used to be, and then I took some 30-pound mono, put it through the eye, and wrapped it, and tied it back to the loop. And so it's basically just going to be this ginormous hairball. What we're going to do is we're going to take it, and if you look, take our knife, and what I do is I just put it in between the rope, and I just pull up. Watch out, bud.
Okay. Sorry.
And it's alright. It takes patience and time. You gotta undo all of them one at a time, and it takes quite a while. Whenever you get a knot, one thing you can do is you can take it, do that, or you can just work at it until you get it alright. This is my mom's hairbrush. You weren't supposed to grab mom's. This is my brother Joshua. He went and got the lighter and hairbrush and everything, and he wanted to be in video. So, yeah. You just keep brushing away. This is gonna be a giant rope lure. Actually, it's gonna look kind of like that, but it's gonna be about that long. It's gonna be big. It's huge, probably about a foot maybe. And you just take your time, and patience takes time to get these done. When you do it, you want to put in right there where it goes to like a V, and you got to bring it all the way down. Otherwise, it'll all get really knotted up down here like that. And it's kind of a pain to get it out. You normally have to end up cutting it. What I do is I just stick my knife in like that and pull down, kind of like hairbrush. Every now and then you just want to go through with the hairbrush and cut, or not cut, but you know what I mean. Brush it, brush your hair, brush your lure. Probably the only fishing lure in the world that needs a hairbrush. So this one's green and white. This one right here is red, white, and blue. I made them on July 4th. A little jig head right there. You just take it, heat shrinked it onto that, tied some line around that. But this is for giant alligator gar, so I don't know if 30-pound mono is gonna be enough. But I heat shrinked the jig head on, took some 30-pound mono and wrapped it all around this thing so it'd stay attached even if the jig head came off. Hope it works. So you're just gonna keep going and keep pulling through. And the only problem is that this rope likes to get knotted and doesn't really like to come unknotted. It's really strong rope. We pulled a bunch of stuff down with this rope. I think, we used this rope, this type of rope, to pull a tree down a couple weeks ago. About a month ago. Hang on, I have a big knot there. Yeah, it's basically the only problem with these lures is knots. It's not fun. Get it? You just brush it every now and then, you can get it all out. So I have about 4 or 5. I'll go 5 more inches until I get to the end. You don't want to do it all, because it will get to the point where it'll just like, you won't have enough room. Another way you can do it is to take it, if you're just going to want to make it really shallow, you take it, don't put a jig head on. You can bring it all the way up to about 1 inch, take your lighter, do the end, and then push it flat against something so it'll kind of mushroom. And then you can just tie your line right there and it'll be a shallow one. They work on they work on fly rods too. Not with the jig heads, but they'll work on fly rods. Speaking of fly rods, I have a video on how to do flies. Go check that out once you're done watching this one. And so once you get all the knots out, which is the most irritating part, because on these big ones it's like a part of trying to do this. It's kind of a pain. But you just gotta take your time, go one by one. It's not the most entertaining thing to do to constantly get knots, but brush your hair, right, Squash?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I wonder if I can put the brush here, pull down, and it like untie itself. Let me find that out. I wonder. Jacob wonders why. That seems like it's working actually. Yeah, it seems like it's working. I mean, you got to undo braids. It's braided itself somehow. You just gotta pull and twist some more until you get it all unbraided. Yeah, the brushing it works, but I just got a knot, major league knot. Let's try. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's knotted, but say you want it to look pretty. I mean, it's gonna be on TV, right? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
I want to test this out at St. John's.
Like on TV, they're probably like on those cooking shows when they eat stuff. They're probably just trying to imitate it.
Some of it tastes good, but even if it doesn't taste good, I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, this is absolutely terrible" on TV.
Mm-hmm. Like the ice cream pizza.
Ice cream pizza?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
No, with cheese.
Oh, with cheese? No. I'm actually just gonna do this.
The dog would like it.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't chocolate, then you wouldn't have a dog.
Yeah. But like a real ice cream pizza, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you can make one. It's easy.
Oh, cool.
A little ice cream, a little bit of Monterey Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Dump a little bit of that in there. Put it in a blender, get some dough ready. Even this gets stuck.
Nuts.
Ah! Ah! Oh, knots coming undone. It does, like I said, it doesn't really matter if it's knotted. It's just, you just want it to look pretty. Pretty little jig. I'm actually trying to find out ways to do this a little quicker and easier. It's time consuming and not too fun. Well, it's not time consuming. It's worth it if you catch fish on it, then it's worth it. Ah! Yeah, it's hard because the green rope, when it gets tight, it's hard to tell what's like knot and what's just rope. You just gotta like pull and get it all untangled. Kind of a pain. So I think that right there is pretty much it.
You know, same needle in it.
I might take it. Yeah, hang on. I might take it a little bit higher. You know, get it a little bit higher to the jig head. But I kind of want to leave some body on it. You know, that way it's not like all the way up to the jig head. right there actually looks really pretty. If fishing lure can look pretty, which it can.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some proof. You know, brush your fishing lure's hair so it's pretty in the water for your big fish. Right?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I thought it was tasting up pretty.
Time to brush your hair! You're ripping it out of my skull!
Wow. This one must have a lot of knots.
So yeah, it's got quite a few knots, but it doesn't need to do that. It doesn't matter if it has knots, it just needs to do its job. I'm gonna try and touch it up here real quick in a second. It's not, so I'm taking the tail off. It shouldn't really do anything. It's mostly tied together. Watch your hand, buddy.
Okay. One just falling off. Some on the floor.
It doesn't matter. Let's try that. Please, no. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the fishing lure. Talks to him. Talk to him helps. Did you know that? No, it doesn't. No, you don't talk to your fishing lures. It doesn't help your fishing lures.
Checking.
Open the door. Coming. Yeah. That's how you make the rope lure. It's also, I made it bigger so it's easier to see. But, yep, that's it. That's how you make a gar fishing lure.
Bye.
If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. I think that's where the button is, or somewhere over there. Thanks for watching.